Hello, gorgeous, and welcome back to your midweek mic drop. If you are new here, this is my weekly segment where I give you a quick little nugget to enhance your life right away. And I am so glad that you are tuning in. So, I just had my birthday. So, one of the questions that I keep getting over and over is, Kayla, what would you tell your younger self? And I've sat with it, and there are so many things that I wish that I could go back and tell baby Kayla, as I call her. But I've narrowed it down to 4 for this video. And if you're interested in me continuing this series, I want you to drop a pink heart down in the comments, and I will make more videos giving you more feedback for the little girl I was, honestly, just a few years ago. So the first thing that I would tell myself is that you will never be good enough for the person that's not ready. I cannot tell you how many times, and not just in relationships, but also in friendships, that I would recognize that I was in a situation where I was giving more than I was receiving. I was constantly overextending myself and stretching myself, and there was no reciprocity. And I didn't know at the time that if someone is not meeting your needs, if someone is not offering any level of give and take, that's not a invitation for you to love them harder or to prove yourself or to show your worth. It's an indication that either they're not really interested, they're ignorant, as in they don't know that this is happening, or they don't care. And knowing that I've been divorced, knowing that I've called off a wedding, knowing that even this year I have let go of a lot of friendships, really close people to me, then you will know that I've had some painful realizations. But it has spared me in so many ways, because now, very early in a relationship or friendship, I'm like, hey, this is kind of bothering me. It doesn't sit well with me. And I can articulate that I'm not happy with the way that things are going, and either we fix it or we move on. And there's no hard feelings, literally no love lost. I just know where I'm willing to exert my energy, especially long term. Life is incredibly short. Let's fill it with things that make us happy, that fill us up. Cool? So, speaking of being overextended, that leads me to number 2, which is how important it is to set boundaries and hold them. As a recovering people pleaser, hey y'all, I'm waving my virtual hand at y'all. I know the fear and the anxiety and the discomfort that comes with setting boundaries, with saying no, with not being able or willing to take on more. And I know how it feels to be like, oh, I'm going to lose this friendship. I'm going to lose this relationship. Oh, I'm going to lose this opportunity. And I want you to really think on this, because as I'm older, as I'm more mature, I recognize that anything that has me in a situation where one time that I say no, or one time that I set a boundary, or one time that I'm like, I can't do this or I can't make it happen, if that is going to blow up the entire relationship, if that is going to make me lose the opportunity, if that is the thing that makes the other person throw their hands up in the air, I don't want it anyway. I don't want anything that's going to be so temperamental. And so setting boundaries prevents that burnout. It prevents that overexertion. It prevents those feelings of being overwhelmed and feeling over or underappreciated, because you are willing to say, hey, I can't do this. And it's important for me to say that when you are setting boundaries in general, you don't just have to set boundaries with other people. You get to set boundaries with yourself. What are you willing to do? I'm going to say this, and it's going to fall, but take it how you will. There are instances when we are a victim of someone who is really taking advantage of us. And there are victims in the world: assault, neglect, all sorts of things. My heart goes out to you. But there are also instances where we are volunteers, where we have said yes, where we've stretched ourselves, where we've sacrificed ourselves so many times that the other party comes to expect that as a part of our behavior. I want you to check yourself today. Where have I truly been a victim, and where have I been a volunteer? Okay? I know, sit with it. Sit with it just a moment. The third thing that I would tell you is to let go of things that you can't control. And this my love, is the key to reducing your anxiety. There is no need to spend all this time worked up over things you simply can't control. I used to joke and say, God put our hair on our head to remind us that you are not in control of anything. But control is it's an illusion. And the reality is the only thing that you can really secure and take care of and dictate is you. Your response to what happens to you, your response or how you handle the things that come your way. And once you start doing that, yes, you become grossly aware. Trust me, I am, of how people view you, of how people view your parenting, your relationship style, your work ethic, all of these things. But when you stop trying to control it, it releases you from the responsibility of upholding something that was never your standard to begin with. So that is probably like that's keystone, truly. Let go of what you can't control, focus on what you can, and that's how you get your power back. Okay? And the last thing, y'all know I got my notes over here. I don't want you to miss anything. Is you have the ability to change your mind, to change who you are, to change careers, to change partners, to decide, like, I don't want this anymore. That is totally up to you. I know that as a goal girl, like y'all know that's my jam, right? As a goal girl, I used to be so committed, like hyper committed to wanting something that even when all the red flags and all the signs were up that this wasn't for me or it's not actually what I wanted, I would not stop at a sheer embarrassment or the thought that, oh, people might think that I failed. If you knew exactly how much people weren't thinking about you, you would stop considering it so much. People are actually very self inflated and they're worried about them. So you might be the talk of the town for 2 days, 2 weeks, three, but they've moved on to the next thing. Think about how quickly things go viral. It's everywhere and then it just kind of disappears. So change your mind. Decide you want something new. Start again. Start fresh. Start new. Rewrite your story whenever you desire. And that's why I exist. I'm a confidence and authenticity coach. I literally breathe life into people as they decide, like, no more. Today is a day that I become the person that I've always wanted to be. It is December. My birthday specials are still live. I've got two incredible options. If you are a slow starter and you need baby steps, I've got that workbook. But if you want to sit down and hash it out with me and you want 30 minutes of strategy and planning, grab the clarity call. The first 5 women are getting it for just $39. I'm going to drop the link to my birthday specials in the comments. This is an opportunity that you don't want to pass up. It is the most wonderful time of the year, but it's also an excellent time of the year to wind down and reset and be rearing to go when January starts. So I love you. This has been your midweek mic drop. I cannot wait to see you. I cannot wait to see your transformation. Click the link and I'll see y'all on the other side.